Stanerra, foaled 4 May 1978, was an Irish Thoroughbred racehorse and broodmare. Unraced at 2. She ran twice a 3-year-old before showing improved form in 1982 when she won one race and was placed in several good middle-distance races. She reached her peak as a 5-year-old in 1983 when she emerged as one of the leading middle-distance performers in Europe. After winning Brigadier Gerard Stakes in spring, she showed outstanding form at Royal Ascot, winning the Prince of Wales's Stakes and then breaking the track record when taking the Hardwicke Stakes. In autumn she won the Joe McGrath Memorial Stakes in Ireland before becoming the first horse trained in Europe to win the Japan Cup. She was retired to stud after one unsuccessful run in 1984 but had no impact to broodmare. Background: Stanerra was a rangy chestnut mare with a small white star and white socks on her hind legs, bred in Ireland by the Moyglare stud. She was the best horse sired by Guillaume Tell, an American-bred horse who won the Gordon Stakes in 1975 before his career was ended by injury. In 1979, the filly was sent to the sales where she was bought for 5,000 Irish guineas and sent into training with Jim Bolger. Stanerra was given plenty of time to mature and was not ridden until she was 3 years old. In 1982 she was bought by Frank Dunn of Dunn's Stores, who took out a training license and trained his own horses from 1982. Racing career: 1981 1982. Early career: Stanerra was unraced as a 2-year-old and raced twice as a 3-year-old in 1981, winning one race over 10 furlongs. In the following year she was very highly tried, running 13 times and winning only once, when taking a handicap race over 10 furlongs at the Curragh in May by 4 lengths. Throughout the rest of the season her form steadily improved, as was evidenced by several good performances in defeat. At Royal Ascot in June she finished third behind the British colts Critique and Glint of Gold in the Hardwicke Stakes over 1.5 miles. Later that year she again ran well in the United Kingdom when finishing second to the outstanding 3-year-old filly Time Charter in the Sun Chariot Stakes over 10 furlongs at Newmarket Racecourse. On her final appearance of 1982 she was sent to Japan to represent Ireland in the second running of the Japan Cup. She ran the best race of her career up to that time, as she was beaten 1.5 lengths, finishing 4th behind Half Iced, all along an April run. 1983. 5-year-old season. Stanerra began her 5-year-old season by finishing unplaced behind the British colt Ivano in the Earl of Sefton Stakes at Newmarket Racecourse in April, a performance which suggested that she had made no improvement and may have deteriorated from the previous season. From this point on she made rapid progress. At Sandown Park Racecourse in May, starting as a 20/1 outsider, she recorded her first important win as she defeated Ivano by a length in the Group 3 Brigadier Gerard Stakes. In this race she was ridden for the first time by Brian Rouse, who became her regular jockey. On the 14th of June, on the opening day of the Royal Ascot meeting, Stanerra started at odds of 7/1 for the 10-furlong Prince of Wales's Stakes, which was then a Group 2 race. Appearing to relish the firm ground, she produced what Timeform described as a spectacular performance, moving up on the inside rail to take the lead inside the last quarter-mile and winning very easily by 4 lengths from the favourite Sabre Dance. 3 days later, Stanerra contested the Hardwicke Stakes over 2 furlongs further at the same course. She moved into the lead on the turn into the straight and quickly went clear to win by 1.5 lengths from Electric, with the Coronation Cup winner Be My Native 12 lengths further back in third. The winning time of 2:26.95 broke the track record established by Grundy in the 1975 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Stakes. 2 weeks after her successes at Ascot, Stanerra started 11 quarters favourite for the Eclipse Stakes at Sandown, but Rouse was unable to obtain a clear run in the straight and the mare finished 4th to Salford. In a slowly run race, Stanerra's only run in her own country came in September, when she ran in the Joe McGrath Memorial Stakes at Leopardstown Racecourse, which was then the only Group 1 race in Ireland open to older horses. Despite rumours that she was less than fully fit, she took the lead a furlong and a half from the finish and won by 2.5 lengths from the Irish 2,000 guineas winner WASSL. In October, the mare was sent to France for the first time and started 4th favourite in a field of 26 runners for the Prix du L'Arc de Triomphe. She recovered from a slow start to reach 2nd place in the straight but could make no further progress and eventually finished 6th in a bunched finish, less than 2 lengths behind the winner all along. Plans to race the mare in North America were aborted following training problems, but she returned to fitness in time to contest the 3rd running of the Japan Cup, which took place before a crowd of 80,000 at Tokyo Racecourse on the 27th of November. The race attracted a field of 16, including challengers from the United Kingdom, Italy, Germany, the United States and New Zealand, while the home team was headed by the Ari McKinnon winner Amber Shaddai and the Tenno Show winners Kyoe Promise and Mejiro Titan. Stanerra did not recover well from her flight, and after her arrival in Japan she was kept in condition with 6 hours walking exercise a day, racing on her favoured firm ground. Stanerra was not among the early leaders but produced a strong late run to take the lead in the closing strides and won by a head from Kyoe Promise. She was the first European-trained winner of the race. Stanerra remained in training in 1984, but had several training setbacks and appeared only once, when finishing last of the 5 runners in the Nassau Stakes. Assessment. In 1982, Stanerra was given a rating of 118 by the independent Timeform organisation and was rated the best older female in Ireland in the Irish Free Handicap. In the following year, Timeform gave her a rating of 128, 8 pounds behind the top-rated horse Habibti. In the official international classification she was rated the 3rd best older female in Europe, behind All Along and Time Charter. Stud record. Stanerra produced at least 6 foals between 1986 and 2001, none of whom made any impact as racehorses. Stanerra Song, Filly, foaled in 1986. Sired by Seattle Song. Stanerra Star, Bay Filly, foaled in 1987. Sired by Shade. Unplaced in her only race. Stanerra's Wish, Bay Filly, foaled in 1989. Sired by Killian. 4th in her only race. Stan's Hope, Filly, foaled in 1990. Sired by Glow, failed to win in 4 races. Sandrine, Chestnut Filly, foaled in 1992. Sired by Killian, failed to win in 9 races. Stanerra Story, Colt, foaled in 2001. Sired by Desert Story, won 1 race after being gelded. Pedigree,